श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्य वर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदाहृति श्रीवासरंग परकालमुनित्रयाप्त लक्ष्मात्मरक्षणैतियुगागमान्तम् आचार्य भक्ति परिपूतमनर्गशीलं गोपालदेशिकमुनिं गुरुमाश्रयामः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्ते पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे सुखतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। So Vishnu Sahasranamam, as I have been telling almost every week, is so powerful, and the namas are not just some random namas. They have been gathered, revealed to the rishis, and have been compiled by Bhishmacharya, narrating to Yudhishthira in the presence of Lord Krishna. So the narrator, the listener, the sakshi, and the rishis who have these plucked out from various sources and put together by Vyasa in Mahabharatam is all simply wonderful. So it's our bhagyam and opportunity for us to even recite these namas regardless of we understand the meaning or not. However, if we know the meanings, it's all the more nice. So today we will have 80th verse, 80. Amani manado manyo lokaswami trilokadrit sumedha medha chodhanyaha satyamedhadaradharaha. So amani, one who is not mani, one who is not proud, one who does not have false pride, garvam. That is amani. Manadaha, one who honors others. He who honors, respects others. Manado manyaha, the object of, he is the object of honor himself. Loka Swami, he is the Swami of the Loka. He is the master of the universe. Trilogadrit, he who supports all the three worlds, three lokam, the upper world, this world, and the nether world, the lower world. Sumedaha, one who has got good intentions. One who has got good things for everyone. Sumedha Medajaha, one who is born as a result of yajnam, tapas, the sacrifice. Danyaha, one who is a dhanyan, one who is a bhagyashali, one who is the blessed. Danyaha. Satyamedaha, one who is always of true thoughts. Dharadharaha, one who supports the earth, the universe, the prapancham. So appears simple, but it's been beautifully enjoyed by the acharyas. Let's just dive into some of their enjoyment. Amani, one who is not proud. Another meaning is one who does not even mistakenly identify that the body is the Atma. He never ever identifies his body as the Atma. We always identify most of the time that our body is the Atma. We never ever believe that our body is not Atma. Even though we know that one day our Atma is going to disappear from the body, and that day the body will just fall off. Till then we have attachment to the body, attachment to those which is attached to the body, like the relationship, the spouse, the children, the house, the car, the possessions, the everything. I, you, he, I dislike him, I don't like his color, he is short, he is ugly, she is dark, everything. So anyway, one who does not mistakenly identify things such as the body with Atma. And the other meaning is one who is beyond all measures in all aspects. That is amanine. So the word amani means one who has no garvam, no ahankara. See, Parasara Bhattar gives example of Bhagavan Krishna undertaking as a Dutan, as a messenger for the Pandavas. Even though he had to face all indignities in the process, they talk lowly of him. His being the chauffeur, the driver for Arjuna, the charioteer for Arjuna. Another example of same guna of Bhagavan. Yesan indra emperuman evvul kedandane, Thirumangai Alvar says. In fact, he does not hesitate to take avataram like a boar, like a pig, like a fish, like a form with the face of a lion, like a form with the face of a horse, like a cowherd boy, like a human being in the form of Rama. Munnor தூது வானரத்தின் வாயில் மொழிந்து அவனே பின்னோர் தூது அடி மன்னர்க்கு ஆகி பெருநிலத்தார் இன்னார் தூதனென நின்றான். Thirumangai Alvar says, இன்னார் தூதனென நின்றான். He is Pandava Dutan. He became the messenger to the Pandava kings. Let himself be referred to as the messenger. Even though he is Sarveshwaran, Sarvajnan, Sarvashaktan, Sarvaloka Pita, Supreme Lord. Andal describes him in Nachiyar Tirumazhi that he was willing to become a Manamila Pandri. ஒரு மானமே இல்லாத பன்றியாய் அவதாரம் பண்ணான். He took the form of a boar, huge boar, Varaha, with a dirty body, with the water dripping all over the body, just for the sake of retrieving the Bhudevi, Bhumi Pirati, who was lying under the troubled waters with fungus, with pashi growing all over her. பாசி தூர்த்து கிடந்த பார் மகட்கு பண்டொரு நாள் மாசு உடம்பில் நீர் வாரா மானமில்லா பன்றியான். மானமில்லாத பன்றி. He never cared that he is taking such a dirty, lowliest birth of a pig, boar. And the Vyakyata, the commentators say Manamila Pandri means Upamanamila Pandri, Avamanamila Pandri. Upamanam, there is no simile, example for him to be compared with anything. Avamanam, there is no avamanam, there is no lowly attitude, feeling of being lowly when he took the avataram. Sri Shankaracharya interprets this name as Amani because he has no mistaken notion of Atma in things that are not Atma. Anatma vatushu Atma abhimano na asti asya iti Amani. Also, he does not let his devotee have arrogance, false pride. In fact, once Narada went to Krishna and said, I am extremely devoted to you. I always recite your name, Narayana, Narayana. So, I am the number one bhakta, right? He asked Krishna. Krishna smiled. Of course, Narada, you are so devoted to me. I am very proud of you. I like your uttering my name always, Narayana, Narayana. Then he said, okay, then give me an award. Nobody knows that I am extremely devoted to you. Give me an award, number one Narayana Bhaktan. Give me a reward, certificate. And it will all come in paper and social media. I will be very happy. He said, come next week, we will call all Devas and then announce that you are number one Bhaktan. Next week he came, and that time he was lying down. And he said, where are the Devas? Why you have not called them? Why there is no meeting, no conference call? You should call people. He said, I am running high fever. I am not able to even open my eyes. Touch me. It was hot, and he was having piping hot fever. So he said, oh my God, what do we do now? He said, I checked with the doctor. The doctor said, only the dust at the feet of number one Bhakta, the dust at the feet of number one Bhakta, if it is collected from the underneath the feet of number one Bhakta, and if it is mixed with water like a kwalambu, and make and apply, smear it on my forehead, the fever will disappear, the doctor said. It's all Krishna's play, Leela. So Narada did not want because he added Krishna. But if you appear your dust at your feet on my forehead, because you are number one bhakta, then the person will go to the hell. The doctor also added, because dust at the feet of a human being or a being, Jivatma, is applied on the Lord, Supreme Lord. It is unforgivable apacharam. One would dare not do that. However, if somebody does that, they will go to hell, of course, because it's completely condemnable act. So they will go to hell. Are you willing to do? Narada said, of course I am the number one bhakta, but I do not want to go to hell. Okay, then even number two or any other person is fine. But then Narada said, who would do that? Who will go to hell and give their dust? No problem. Do one thing. You go to Gokulam, Ayarpadi, where there are many Gopikas, and tell Gopikas that Krishna is having fever. Don't say anything else. What the doctor said, nothing. Just see how they feel, how they cry. He said, okay, I will do. He went straight to Ayarpadi. He went and narrated that Krishna is running high fever, is suffering from high fever. Then all the Gopikas were shocked, overwhelmed with sorrow. They cried. They were tearing up. They said, how to make him recover? Tell me, O sage, tell me, we will definitely do that. Narada said, some doctor said, we have to get his bhaktas the dust from their feet. But the doctor also added that they will go to hell. So the Gopika said, just chhod do, forget it. Let us go to hell, let us suffer, let us die. Doesn't matter. He needs to recover. That's all we want. We don't care where we go, what we land up to. So they collected all their dust from there underneath their feet, because they went into Yamuna river, they wetted their feet, they came to the sand, they got the sand underneath their feet, they collected all their dust in a sack, in a bag, and gave it to Narada. Narada immediately realized that this was Krishna's play to make him realize, because he had such an arrogance, false pride, that he is number one bhakta. He is absolutely nowhere near Gopikas. The one who is devoted, one who has love, one who has bhakti, would do anything for the Lord, for the beloved, for his or her darling. That is the symbol of love. So we would do anything. Suppose Perumal comes and tells today that I will declare you as my bhaktan. You are my bhaktan forever. But you will have to live in the hell for rest of your janmas. All janmas in the hell. What will we do? We would say, no way. I don't want to be called bhaktan, but I would never go to hell. But if you are a true bhakta, and if you love him, if you are devoted to him, if you have bhakti for him, we should just accept what he says. Because he would never ever say that, because he is so merciful. So Amani, he is the one who removes garvam from us also. Amani manadaha, one who honors others, one who gives rewards for his devotees, one who denies rewards for the unrighteous, adharmi. One who is not a dharmishtan, he would deny reward. He removes the false understanding of Atma in true seekers. He removes the false understanding of Atma, that the body is the Atma. He removes that ajnanam. Shankaracharya says, he who gives spiritual enlightenment of his devotees. So Bhagavan is called Manadaha. Parasara Bhatta says, because he always honors devotees. Lord Krishna was honoring Arjuna by making him the master of the chariot, and by making Ugrasena the ruler. Ugrasena is Kamsa's father, and he was his servant. He was Ugrasena's servant, and making Yudhishthira as the king and respecting him. So that is the one, the Lord always honors his devotees. Shankaracharya says Atma Abhimanam, for the word Manam. he gives the interpretation that Lord Vishnu induces a false sense of Atma through his Maya because of the Triguna Sambandham, the Prakriti Sambandham, because of our Karma Vasana, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. He creates a false attachment in objects for us. And we do not have an attachment to ourself, the Atma. We get an attachment to the body because of our Karma Vasana. And the moment we start reciting Vishnu Sahasranamam, we start listening to this, in spite of my rambling, we start becoming devoted to Krishna, and then he would ensure that we get disentangled, disengaged from the bodily affection. And we feel that Deho aham asmi, aham atma na dehosmi. Vishnu sesho aparigraha tameva sharanam praptya tat kainkarya chikirshaya. Aham atma, I am the atma, na dehosmi, not the body. Vishnu sesho, I am always the servant of Vishnu. That will come immediately the moment we get devoted to him. And we also say, Yan ariyum shudaragi nindren matrum yadumilen. Van amudat tirumal adiyen matror patrumilen. Tan amudanavantan sharane sharanendrinden. Manamila adimai paniponda manattinane. We would like to have the eternal servitude at his lotus feet forever, under all circumstances performing all kinds of kainkaryam at his lotus feet. And Shankaracharya's another interpretation is Vishnu is Manadaha because he confers rewards to his devotees. Bhaktanam Manam Satkaram Dadati Itiva. And next one is Manado Manyaha, the object of honor, which is the same, like he is the object of honor. Bhagavan is the worthy of respect because of a special relationship towards his devotee based on his vatsalyam, based on his karunyam, based on his affection towards them. Sri Parasara Bhattar again gives the example of Lord Krishna's concern for Arjuna. Na saratehe satvata kauravanam kriddasya muchyate ranedya kaschit. In the battle of Kurukshetra today, no Satvata, no Kaurava, he is going to escape death because the charioteer of Arjuna is angry. Because I am the driver of Arjuna, I am angry. So no Satvata, no Kaurava is going to escape death. Krishna says, because of his concern, because of his respect, relationship to Arjuna. Sri Shankaracharya's Vyakhyanam is Bhagavan is worthy of being worshipped by all because of being the Sarveshwara. Sarvaihi mananiyaha pujaniyaha sarveshwaratvat iti manyaha. It is because of him everything exists. He is the Lord, he is the creator, he is the protector. It is noted that Parasara Bhattara Anubhavam of the Nama are primarily orientated towards enjoying Bhagavan's Kalyana Guna as being subservient to the welfare of his devotees, always concerned of his devotees. Sri Shankaracharya's Vyakhyanam is primarily oriented towards bringing out his supreme lordship, Paratvam, and supreme rulership, and both are wonderful because Paratvam kande Anjamaika Saulabhyam, Saulabhyam kande Igalamaika Paratvam. Paratvam means the supreme lordship. The moment we think he is Sarveshwaran, he is Sarvajnan, he is Sarvashaktan, we get scared of him and we do not go near him. So he takes the easily accessible form of cowherd boy as Rama, the human being, as Nrisimha with the lion face, as Hayagriva, as a Shaligramam in our Perimal Sannidhi, as a small Murti in our Sanctum Sanctorum, in our temple Archavataram. Whereas if you think that he is only a cowherd boy, he is only a human being, and if you disregard him, if you talk lowly of him, that time we should think of Paratvam. Yes, Saulabhyam kante Igalamaika Paratvam, Paratvam kante Anjamaika Saulabhyam. That's the way we need to enjoy this meaning. And then next one is Lokaswami. He is the Lokaswami. He is the Aishwaryam. The meaning of the word Swam is Aishwaryam. So he is the Swami. He is the master of his Aishwaryam. That is us, the Prapancham, all the Jivatmas, all the matter, the universe. Because he considers himself worthy of respect because of his relationship and affection to his devotee in the last name. Now Lokaswami, he is the master of the universe. Parasara Bhatta says it's not because of his superior power or wealth of supreme lordship, because he is the master in simplicity, because he is master in simplicity because of the previous three namas, because if being offering reward to his devotee, being a dutan, being a messenger, being a cowherd boy. என்றும் ஒன்றாகி ஒத்தாரும் மிக்காராகலும் தந்தனக்கு இன்றி நின்றானை எல்லா உலகும் உடையான் தன்னை. திருவாய்மொழி பாசுரம் says, குன்றம் ஒன்றாய் மழை காத்த பிரானை. The important point is Bhagavan is not only superior because of his Paratattvam, because he is unique and excels everyone, is simple, easily accessible by his own choice. He behaves and sees himself as another human being. When everyone said, Rama, that you are the Lord, you are Narayana, accept Sita, Rama said, Atmana Manusham Manye Ramam Dasaradatmajam. I am only a human being, son of Dasharatha. Aham Manusham Manye. Sri Shankaracharya's Vyakyanam is, he is Lokaswami because he is the Lord of the entire universe. He is Lord of the 14 worlds. 7 ulagam male, 7 ulagam keel. 7 worlds above and 7 worlds below. Trilokadrit, he who supports all 3 worlds, the supporter of all 3 states of experience, waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. So we so beautifully enjoy these namas. Sumedaha, Medajaha. Sumedaha means well intentioned. Bhatta's Anubhavam is, he is Sumedha, superior buddhi. He always thinks good for his devotees. Always. He always thinks good for his devotees, his bhaktas. Sumedha. And the intellect that gives protection. Shankaracharya Vyakyanam is superior intellect, bright intelligence. Medaha, bright intelligence. Whereas Parasara Bhattara Anubhavam is superior, he constantly thinks of the good of his devotee. He always thinks good for his devotees. In fact, even for Yashoda, even for the Ravana, when Ravana was killed by Rama, and the Vibhishana, he asked Vibhishana, go perform the funeral rites for Ravana, your brother. And he said, there is a sloka in Valmiki Ramayanam, Maranantani Vairani Nivrittam Naf Prayojanam Kiyatamasya Samskaro Mayapyesha Yata Tava. In Yuddhakandam 39th slokam 99. Here he says, O Vibhishana, when Ravana was alive, I sent Hanuman as the messenger. I gave him word. Sita also gave him Upadesham. He opposed everything. You gave Upadesham. He rejected you. He asked you to get away. We sent Angadan as the messenger. He refused to accept. He separated Sita from me. He killed Jatayu. He did all these kinds of acts till his death. I told him even the last day that you have lost everything. Indrupoi Nalaiva, you go back, become stronger and come back with more weapons, arms, good chariot, come back. We will fight fresh tomorrow. Indrupoi Nalaiva. I gave him all chances. I always planned to do good things for him. And now that he is dead, he cannot do such things anymore. So, Nirvrittam Naf Prayojanam. This cannot be understood that to kill him was our purpose and that has now been accomplished. We have to say, இவன் ஜீவித்திருக்கிற நாளிலே நாம் செய்யும் நன்மையை இவன் கண்டுக்கல. As long as he was alive, he never considered whatever good things that we wanted to do for him. The Lord seeks to do only good things for Jivatma. And Vibhishana said, no, he is such a papi, he was such a papi. How can I do funeral rites for him? He said, if you don't want to do, I would do. Because he is the Jivatma and the Jivatma has gone, we need to do a funeral rites for him. And what a great quality that he had. And that's what we need to enjoy. So, Sumedha, here we need to talk about how he is doing good to people. Sumedha, then we have Medajaha, one who was born as a result of sacrifice. When Rama took the avataram, he came from the payasam, the kheer, the payasam, the sweet dish that came out from the Agni. The Agni Devan, when Agni Devan came and he offered the utensil, the one vattil in a small vessel, payasam, the kheer, and offered to Dasharatha during the Putra Kameshti Yagam. And that was split into 4 parts. Sumitra had twice, Kausalya had 1/4, Kaikeyi had 1/4, and 4 sons were born. So Mahalakshmi asked Narayana after Rama went back to Sri Vaikuntham, why did you take 4 avatarams? Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna. Why 4 pieces? You could have just taken 1 form and done everything. He said, I wanted to show the world how a son should behave, how a husband should behave, how a king should behave, how whatever the father or the what do I say, the dharmishtan should behave, to follow the dharma, the kshatriya dharma, and to take care of the citizens. Everything was he was following dharma. And Lakshmana was the embodiment of Sheshatvam, being eternally servitude to the Lord. He wanted to perform all kinds of service. Odivil kalamellam udanai manni vaduvila adime seyya vendum naam. I would like to be with you performing all kinds of service. Aham sarvam karishyami. I would do all service. Lakshmana was always sticking on to Rama and Sita, performing all kinds of kainkaryam. And Bharata, what about Bharata? Bharata was like a paratantriya. He was willing to do whatever Rama wanted him to do. He had no desire of his own. If I want to do, no. If I want to serve, no. If Lord wants me to do that, I would do. That is Kainkaryam என்பது சேஷி உகந்த ஏவல் தொழில் செய்வது. Vedanta Desika says. What is Kainkaryam? If you want me to serve me, you should do whatever that I get pleased, not what pleases you. And that is service. That is Kainkaryam. So Bharata was willing to do. He had no desire of his own. Whatever Lord wants to do, he would do. That's the difference between Lakshmana and Bharata. And Shatrughna, he was the servant of the servant. Bhagavata Kainkaryam. He wanted to serve only the Bhakta, Bharata. He didn't care whoever is Rama, wherever he is. I want to serve only the Bhakta of the Lord. So all four were only to emulate us to follow. For us to follow as a role model, these 4 avataram took. And that is a yajna. He was born as a result of sacrifice. Whereas what about Krishna? Krishna was born out of the sacrifice by 4 parents. Vasudeva, Devaki, Yashoda, Nandagopa. All 4 they did their tapas. And penance is the sacrifice, offering. That is the yajna. The penance itself is a yajna. And that is why it is told that when Lord Krishna, he went to, after killing Kamsan, he went to Devaki at the age of 16. 16 years he disappeared from Devaki's life because he moved to Yashoda, and Yashoda enjoyed every moment of Krishna in Gokulam. Afterwards he went to Mathura, Dwaraka, anyway. So when he went to meet Devaki, Devaki simply laments, cries, I missed everything. And Kulasekar Alvar, one of the Alvars, he went into the role of Devaki and he cried 10 pasurams on wonderful lamenting. Alainil karum bannavantalo, Ambuyatadang Kanninantalo, Velenir Nirat Annavantalo, Velapodagam Annavantalo, Yeladar Kulal Yenmagantalo, Yendrendrunai Yen Vaida Nerea, Tal Volitidum Tirivinailla, Thaiyaril Kadaya in a Thaye. I am the lowliest of the mother in the world. Nobody can be as unfortunate as me. I am so unfortunate mother, such a Daurbhagyashali. I would have sung lullaby to you. I should have seen you enjoying your beautiful sleep. The most fragrant had my dearest son. I missed all your childhood. Such a beautiful verse each one is. And in fact, my favorite verse is very many in this 10. Mundai Nanmurai Anbudai Magalir Murai Tam Tam Kurangida Irti, 3rd Pasuram, in 7th decade, in Perumal Tirumali. Yendaye, Yentan Kulap Perinchudare, Yelumugil Kanatil Kavarere, Undayavan Yenduraipa, Ninchenke, Verenum Kadek Kandinum Kata, Nandan Petranan, Alvina Illa, Nangalkon, Vasudevan Petrilane. She says, Nangal, the affectionate, close Gopikas come and look at the baby Krishna, who is put on the totil, on the cradle. They ask him, Appa enge, Kami, where is your father? And the baby searches for his father. And he sees Nandagopan. And he shows with a small little finger Nandagopan and smiles at him. And she says, Devaki says, my husband Vasudeva, the unfortunate one, is not blessed with that bhagya. Nandagopan is the most fortunate one for getting your finger being showed at him. So that, and he says, when Yashoda was feeding you with her breast milk, you used to touch, and you used to touch her breast, and in one breast you used to drink milk, and while doing that you would look into her eyes, you would smile, and you would make sound as if you are talking to her, and with the other hand you would simply touch her other breast, and she would be extremely elated, excited, happy, enjoying that. And another verse she says, after feeding you with the curd rice, with the milk, with the butter, you would say, enough, I don't want any more. And there is some more left in the utensil, in the kinnam, tanga kinnam. And what she does, she just takes the remaining remnant from that. So I am so unfortunate to have all. I am not lucky and fortunate enough to eat the food left by you in the plate. And she also says in the last one, Mugi Mududum Venai Alain the Totunum, Mugi Ilan Chirit Tamare Kayum, Yelkol Tampukunda Adipadark Yelgum Nilayum, Ventayir Toin the Shevayum, Alugayum, Anjinokum Anokum, Anikol Senchirivai Nelipadum, Tolugayum, Yavaikanda Ashodai, Tolla Inbatin Yirdi Kandale. She, when you are tied down by a rope, after you are caught red-handed or white-handed, you are found licking your hands after dipping in that pot of butter. You are beaten with a rope on your small and soft hand. You were standing with a guilty look. Your beautiful red lips were quivering. You were apologizing with folded hands. Yashoda, who saw all these expressions from the Sarveshwaran with her own eyes, realized the Paratattvam and enjoyed eternal bliss. எல்லாம் அந்த தெய்வ நங்கை யசோதை பெற்றாளே. When the Lord was born, Vasudeva and Devaki are overwhelmed and praise their little darling. But now Yashoda is enjoying all such beautiful things. And so this is the way he was enjoying. And then we have Danyaha, the blessed one. When Devaki says all this, Krishna says, no ma, don't be guilty. You are not the one who is Daurbhagyashali. I am the one who is Daurbhagyashali. I missed you so much for 16 years. I had to go move because of the Kamsan. Also because all the asuras one after the other were sent by Kamsan, which I started killing right from my baby steps. Right from the Putana, I had to kill everyone in Gokulam. Otherwise, it would have been a problem. If I had killed only Kamsa, the entire gang, the sleeper cells would not have been extinguished. So I am the one who is Danyaha to have you and the Vasudeva as the divine parents, and to have Yashoda and Nandagopa as the divine parents. So Shankara Bhashyam says every wish of Bhagavan is fulfilled because he is Danyaha, he is self-satisfied and he is blessed. So Danyaha is the blessed. So what does Bhagavan have to attain that he does not have? Parasara Bhattar Anubhavam is he considered being born to Devaki as the wealth that he wanted. That's why he is Danyaha. Satyamedaha. Satyamedaha is Bhagavan is Satyamedaha. He is sincere in whatever he says. It is not just pretension. He says whatever he says he is sincere. In Vishnu Puranam it says Yad yosti mayi pritihi syagyoham bhavatam yati yadatam yadat buddhi sadrishi buddhirva kriyatama mayi. So here naham devo na gandharvo na yaksho na cha dhanavaha aham va bandhavo jataha na paschintyam atonyata. Here if you have real love for me and think that I am worthy of praise, worthy of respect, worthy of worship from you, then you must think of me as you think of yourself, as you must think of me as a Gopa. Krishna said, you should think of me as one among you. I am neither a god, nor a Gandharva, nor a Yaksha, demigod, nor a Danava, Asura, demon. I am born relative to you. You must not think of me as any other way. Vishnu Puranam says. Rama also says, Atmanam Manusham Manye Ramam Dasarathatmajam. Consider me as the son of Dasaratha. And that is what he says here. Satyama, he wants to be true. He wants to be straightforward. He wants to be honest. He is of true knowledge with foresight and minuteness. He is the true knowledge of Vedas. And Shankara Vyakyanam says he is of unfailing intelligence, ability to foresee things, to see the inner things of aspects. So he is the one who will do everything for us. He wants himself to be considered as the cowherd boy by us. Dharadaraha, he who supports the mountain, Govardhana, he who supports the earth. And that is Dharadaraha. Dharam means mountain. Here Govardhana Dhara is talked about. So the cowherd, the cows, everybody was protected by me. Krishna says, I shall by force uproot this mountain with big boulders at once and hold it over their head as a big umbrella and save them all from the distress. He says in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Kalladithu Kalmari Kattai, Tirumangai says, Kalladithu Kalmari Kattai. Kal means the mountain. He lifted the mountain and Kalmari, the Kalmarai, the rain that downpoured heavily with cats and dogs rain. It rained such a heavy downpour that it was like a kal. And then he lifted the mountain with his little finger and lifted for 7 days because of his supported the mountain, Dharadaraha. And he also supports the earth. Shankaracharya's Vyakhyanam is he supports the earth. Yene me vidrite ube, Vishnuna vidrite bhumi, dadartam prithvi amito mayukaihi. So he is the sole supporter of the earth. He is being enjoyed here. Adiyan, Dhanyosmi, Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline, Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.